It's your girl, Stars Tina, and I am here to tell you something that's going to shift your entire life. Now, if you're looking to turn your dreams into reality, then join me for my vision board experience. This isn't like your ordinary, boring vision board event. This right here is an event where you get to align with your dreams and you're going to get actionable steps so you can reach your goals. We're also going to elevate your mindset and give you a roadmap to success. So, if you want to crush your goals, if you want to build your business and elevate your mind so that you can be and do the best that you want to do, join us Saturday, December 21st. Now, let me tell you some of the speakers because I'm so excited about it. The one speaker I'm the most excited about, Ramon Ray. We love Ramon Ray. He's coming through. He is the celebrity CEO, and he's going to be talking about business.
After Ramon, we have Dr. Delatoro.
Then we got my girl, Toyin Crandall. Am I the only one who loves Toyin? She's going to be talking about money, 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 money. Money. We love Toyin. Money mindset coach. That's who she is. And one of the best speakers that I know. He's got the swag. He's got the style. He's got the charisma. It is LeVar Tyler. I am so excited. If you want this energy, if you want this excitement, join me and my friends Saturday, December 21st. Peace and a bottle of hair grease. Bye. See you then. Hey, happy day to you and also you. I am Stars Tina, your life and health coach, that person that's going to take you from good to great to amazing. Welcome, good morning, good evening. If you are watching on YouTube, good morning, Facebook, LinkedIn, wherever you are. I am so grateful and happy to have you here today. We are having a pop-up interview today because we have our event coming up in just a couple hours. Okay, it's not a couple hours. It's a couple days and I'm super, super excited. Elevate your business. You may have heard me talk about this every day for the past few weeks. Yes, because I'm so excited. See this link on the bottom. What is that? Elevate your business. It is a movement. It's an event. It's a feeling. It's everything that a beautiful queen, Angeline Moore, and myself, we thought of the idea last year to get together with like-minded people because we're both just so wanting to learn and so giving. And we've been doing these and I thought, you know what? It's the end of the year. What should we do? So we decided that we're going to do vision boards. Visionary transformation sounds so much better, right? So we're having a visionary transformation on Saturday. We're starting at 9:30 sharp and we're going over the 7 pillars that are just going to transform your life, your mind, your body. If you're at the end of the year and you're like, what have I accomplished this year? What am I doing next year? Maybe you have no idea. You don't even think that way. Well, this is the event you definitely want to go to. It's no charge to you, but you can VIP. And when you VIP, you get so many goodies, right? But let me tell you the 7 pillars we're going to be sharing in the event. The first one is spirituality, community, relationships, business, health and wellness, relationships. I might have said relationships twice, perhaps, not sure. Those are the 7 pillars. So excited to have them there. So I've been interviewing different speakers, right? Personal development. I forgot to mention personal development. That's my favorite one. And all of the speakers are going to be talking about personal development because that's how you grow, right? But today I wanted to bring one of the speakers. She's going to be talking about community at the event. And she's one of the founders of Elevate Your Business. And when it comes to community, what exactly is community, right? So for me, community is a group of like-minded people that have something in common. It could be a church community, and that's one, right? Your church. But within your church, you may have different groups. For example, in my group, they have fitness, they have entrepreneurs, they have children's club, they have all this stuff, right? That's how you can find community. Then you may have community in your job. Your job itself is a community, but then again, it may have other spurts and other things. So it's super important that you have community. So today we're going to be talking about community and relationships. But of course, this week is all about the power of your words. And how ironic, my friends, is it that my girl Angeline, who we're going to be interviewing today, she wrote a book. It's amazing. And it just, again, talks about the power of your words. If you're just tuning in, we're talking about an event that's happening this Saturday. You definitely want to sign up. You want to share it with your friends. But without further ado, make some noise. Girl.
Hey,
Hey,
hi,
girl. Hey.
hey,
How you doing?
love.
How
How
you
are you?
feeling?
I'm feeling great. It's a new day.
It's a new day that the Lord has made. I don't really know. We shall rejoice and be glad in it.
Yes.
I do still sound nasally and sick. My head is still yucky, but I'm pushing through, let me tell you.
Bones too. I love it.
Girlfriend, your hair's looking good. Can I get a flip of the hair since I don't have any to flip? Can we get a flip of the hair? Oh,
I don't
she's got,
know.
yes, go for it, girl. You know that would cost like at least over $300, maybe like $500. That hair would be expensive. You can bring baby up. We hear baby. You can bring baby. We want to see the baby. What's his name?
This is Jeremiah, my number 4.
Jeremiah. Hi, Jeremiah. What made you choose the name Jeremiah?
Well, I have a Nathaniel, a Xander, a Blake. We were just like, what other boy name can there be that we like? And so we came with Jeremiah. So,
I love it. Jeremiah's like, I want to be on the camera. So for all of the people that are watching and have no idea who you are or what you do, can you please share that with us?
Yes, I am Angeline Moore. I am a faith forward business and kingdom wealth coach. I help
What
with
exactly is
your
that? Can you share with us? Because I know what it is and I know what you've done for me as a coach.
yeah.
And I've never said this to you before. And you probably don't even realize this because I think sometimes in life we unconsciously do things, right? Like I'm a life and health coach. So anyone who's in my life, if they're in my parameter, they're getting coached, right? So you've been coaching me our whole relationship. And that's why I think I am, you've added to me being a Bible thumper. You've added to me faithing it forward. But share with those people, like, what is a faith forward coach? Tell us what that is.
Yeah, so honestly, what it is that you align your values. I'm a very faith forward and God centered woman of faith, and everything that I've done, you've mentioned my book, Through Every Valley. I've always had my faith to kind of get me through those dark moments, those traumatides that you call them, right? And so with that, I have found with all my training, I do systems, right? And a lot of it is not just your external systems, it all starts with your internal systems, your mindset, your heart set, right? And so to get to the external systems, to be able to run your business and simplify and streamline and utilize what I have your tools in the Kingdom Sparkle agency, you still need to start with you so that you can do the rest of the things. And that's where the Faith Forward business and Kingdom Wealth coaching is, because it is our God-given gift, honestly, and calling to be wealthy, to be rich in this day, because that's what God wants for us. He wants us to be abundant. And I am kind of, I have to, words are powerful. You said that too. And so I'm trying to word this right. A lot of the times in the generation I grew up with, in the era how I was raised, money was thought of as evil, and money is greedy, and wanting that is greedy, and you have to be humble and live in this lesser than mindset, right? So I'm done with that. I have learned and have grown that no, our our inheritance and our goals in life to elevate our lives and our businesses is to get that wealth, to be kingdom wealth, and the only way to do it is to have more of a faith forward approach. That's just my opinion. I blend faith in all things that I do with systems. You know me, when we have a problem, I'm like, well, did you pray? That is my answer and my number one strategy. God's my CEO. And that's where I coach up and learn. Because sometimes it's hard to pivot your mindset of what you've learned in your whole life,
I wanna get stuck really quick because you said a lot of things and I just want to slow it down. So I'm currently reading a book by John Maxwell. By the way, book club people, that's our book for next month. Well, one of them, because we have a few books we're doing. It's called 15 Invaluable Laws of Growth. Chapter 5 by far is my favorite chapter,
because it's so not me. It is you, but it's not me. And it's what you need to thrive in life. It's what you need to thrive in business. Girl, he is talking about systems, systems and strategies. He said his everything he does, he has a system. He said if he's at a baseball game and it's him and 3 friends and they're about to go in line to go get hot dogs, there's 5 different lines. He'll look at the line, he'll say, you go there, I go there. And he said, whoever gets to the front first, that's the line they're going to go to. Everything is to save time, right? He mentions how he has systems for where he puts his quotes, systems where he goes to family events or whatever, just systems, because a lot of people waste a lot of time trying to find stuff. That is so me, right? Something that my daughter always says, everything has a home. Where does it live? Where does your makeup live? Where does your toothbrush live, right? Like if it's always in that
so smart
spot, then okay, that's where the nail polish is. That's where that is. So that's so important. So when it comes to systems and you're talking about your business, your systems has to do with, you know, if you're an entrepreneur, well, you want to be organized with your clients, with your reach outs, with your everything. And to have that faith behind it. And like you said, the abundance, right? God created us to be wealthy and happy and full of joy and all those sort of things. And that's what you've brought to my business, right? In the time that we've known everything. Like I said, guys, she'll say something. She said, did you pray about it? I said, you praying all day, girl. You praying all day?
All day.
I'm doing a 40-day prayer challenge. Have you heard of that?
Yes. It's so good. I do it all the time because it's hard sometimes to be like, but because we all have a long list of prayers. So it's like, do I really need to continue? But yes, every day, all the things. Like my son, he was really struggling with, I don't even remember what it was, but he was having like, he was getting really anxious and upset about something. And I was like, well, let's stop, pause and pray. And afterwards,
pause and pray.
So much better. There's power in prayer. So I love that you're doing the 40-day prayer challenge. I saw that. I'll make sure that I sign up for it because I don't remember if I did get.
So have you seen the books?
Those books are amazing. Mark Batterson is one of my favorites. I've done the Draw a Circle already. I read it. It's incredible. So
here's my thing with you, girl. I'm gonna make you laugh. Don't laugh, all right? Because I'm a new Bible.
I laugh all the time now.
Oh my God! When we get into the laugh thing, anyway. Don't make me laugh now, because when I laugh, I'll start coughing. So they have the book that you read every day. Then you have the journal that you write in, and this was a third one. I was like, dude, I can't do all 3. So I'm gonna do this the next 40 days. But in one of the things, he was talking about praying for an hour, and I was talking to my friend. I was like, an hour? You're gonna pray for? What are you talking about for an hour? Like, what do you say? And he says to me, well, Tina, do you talk to your friends for an hour? I was like, yeah, but they talk back to me. Like there's a conversation back and forth. But my point is, we're getting off the topic, but 40-day prayer challenge is changing my life. I have like little post-its. I'm doing a 10-day challenge where I'm doing like intentional prayer where I'm praying just until I feel like stopping. Because normally, you know, you'll pray and stop, but it's just like, I'm going to stop talking about that. Tell me what made you decide to put faith into the nooks and crannies of everything into your life? Was there an awakening for you?
Honestly, it was when I tried to do it different, it didn't work. God has always shown me that and for a while, because in the generation and the era that I grew up in, you do not blend all of that. You keep it very separate. You keep it very personal. You do not live out loud on that. And business and faith doesn't belong together. That's what I was taught, right? So shifting that mindset, being part of communities. We're talking about communities, getting back to elevate your business and what I'm going to be talking about on Saturday. Make sure you register and join, y'all. It's going to be incredible. Go to iamstarstina.com and register and join with us. Get VIP. I have a special bonus if you do VIP today to get your system simplified. But being able to be part of a community and know that I lost my train of thought, but
well, I wanted to get into your book some because I heard your interview yesterday and I was like, when did she write this book? Like you just kind of pulled it out of thin air. Now, when you first told me about it, I thought it was like a little doot-de-doo. You know how you can whip out a doot-de-doo in a day or two, but this isn't a doot-de-doo book. Tell us, when did you start it? How did you get your downloads about it? All that sort of stuff. What can people take away from it?
So it has a lot of food for thought and action steps for you. Yes, it's my story. Yes, I used AI to help me craft it in a way that it can be story told great. But is everything true? Some of it is a little elaborated so that it goes in that storytelling mode. But it's my truth. It's my valleys that I've been through. I'm currently still going through the valleys. But what prompted it was, I did this, you know me, I'm always training and learning and stuff. I did this AI training on how to publish ebooks, right? And I started going down this rabbit hole of creating a nonfiction of I think I did a suspense romance novel, because those are like number one.
Yes, I remember you telling me about that.
And I was like, this is so fun. And I started going down the rabbit hole of like doing that series. And God's like, I need you to pause, because that's not why I wanted you to learn how to publish a book, right? The reason why is because such a time as this, and you have taught me this, right? You, and then our community has taught me this, to get our story out there, and that it's so you did 2 books in the last 2 years. Like, and you're one of my inspirations to be like, I've been part of an anthology. I have a chapter in a #1 international bestseller, you know, Voices of the 21st Century, Women Transforming the World. But my whole story hasn't actually been out there. And my nephew, he's going through his own things, and he took 4 years to share his trauma with me. And I didn't want that for others. I want to, and I grew up in a generation, in an era where you don't talk about your shame. You don't talk about your traumas. You don't talk about your valleys out there. You keep it in the family. You keep it to yourself. Just stay quiet and get through, and, you know, pause and pray, but don't talk about it, you know? So I really wanted to, again, I love doing disruptions to different things out there, and breaking that stigma and breaking those chains that you can't voice it, right? You've taught me that, being able to share, and hearing you share your trauma, and getting you on stages and doing these virtual summits with you, and being part of the community of Breakfast with Champions. It's been game changing to be like, this is the time, Angeline. You have all the tools, you have all the talents. I've shown you how to do it. Get it done. There's no
Love it.
excuses.
Love it.
So I really put it together. I felt like it was time to put it all out there. It was very hard. I get very, very vulnerable. I even have like a disclaimer in the very beginning, like, you're going to be triggered if you need to not put this book down. It's a short read, but it is my memoirs of the valleys that I've been through and how faith has got me through it all. So,
well, first of all, I want to say congrats on doing that, because my book, like the one that's me, that's not, I'm not
done yet. I know.
not fun. I'm not ready for it.
Yeah.
Because I know what it was like when I did my first book. And for those of you, she said, no more traumedy. A traumedy is when the energies of a trauma and a tragedy collide. When this happens, life-changing experiences occur. And when I wrote that book, you're living through these moments again. So as you're here, think about a trauma you went through. Think of a tragedy you went through again in your life, right? Most people try to forget them. I don't want to think about it anymore. Yeah. But something that I've been taught is your body holds the score, and you have to let it out. Our bodies hold 7 generations of pain, hurt, shame, like all that crazy stuff. You got to get it out. You got to talk about it. And maybe you're not comfortable talking to people about it, but you have to. Another thing I wanted to share is those uncomfortable conversations, right? I don't know who told me this, but when you have those uncomfortable conversations with friends, with family, it brings you closer, right? I have to have one of those conversations today. I'm not nervous about it. I'm empowered. I'm excited. I'm super excited, right? Like in the past, I used to run away from conversations like this. But for me, Angeline, I got to pause and pray first. You know, I got that Scorpio in me. Oh my gosh, I have to share something with you. So yesterday, I can't say it publicly because, Christmas is coming up. I did this big, beautiful thing for Christmas. And then I shared it with someone else that I need their help with. And they were like, no. And I was like, I went from here to like and I was talking to my therapist about it, and she was like, Tina, that's just the devil trying to stop what you're doing. And I was like, oh my gosh, you're right. Like, because it was like I had a cross. Anyway, my point is those uncomfortable conversations are going to bring you closer. You have to be emotionally equipped, emotionally stable with yourself. Let's get into relationships now, right? With yourself. If you're not comfortable with who you are, you're never going to push through and be a better human. Angeline, 2 weeks ago, I started a room on Wednesdays with this woman named Allison. She's a play therapist. She was at my event in September. So every Wednesday, we did our last one this week. We're starting again in January. It's all focused on children. If you guys didn't know my second book, this is a teacher's edition because I have my regular book, but then I have one for teachers, Traumedy No More for Kids.
She's I can't wait to get my copy.
Right? I'm waiting for it to come, girl. Like, I'm not a therapist. All this stuff that's coming to me is from God, the Holy Spirit, right? Because I'm like, I don't want to be doing this, but the Holy Spirit
want to write my book.
Right? So I said, I need an expert. So this girl's an expert. So like this week we were talking about the power of words, and she gives tips for parents to tell their children, right? And I said to her, what happens if a child isn't mentally prepared or equipped or mentally healthy? And she was talking about herself, and she says she had anxiety, she was depressed. She said, I probably never would have graduated college and become a therapist and blah 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 blah, all that sort of stuff. So it's super important. Hey there, Bill Clinton. But then, I was thinking about myself. With that being said, your book, right? We have to start with the children, right? So tell us what you are most excited about for 2025.
For 2025, I am just excited to get back in it. So 2024 has been a valley. I'm still kind of going through the valley.
You're coming up. You coming up.
I'm coming back up. It's a roller coaster ride of life, right? And so I'm excited to get back in it. And I'm really excited for this vision board party, y'all. You need to register, iamstarstina.com, and you'll see the link to go to Elevate Your Business. Join us. It's free. We have an incredible lineup of speakers that will be talking about the community and why it's so important. And, through every valley, you need a community. And I'm stoked to do more collaborations and the events. Like I know me and you are going to be doing something. Megan DiMartino has something brewing for the Queen's Court in June in her Georgetown, Texas. So it's going to be really cool. I know Christina Howard has an event in January. I don't know if I'm going to make it to there, but there's an incredible lineup there for the youth. You were there last year, so you know how incredible that inspiring youth on a mission success is so important. And I'm really just ready to tap back into my community and give back. So with this book that I didn't know I was going to do this, honestly, for this year, especially because all I've got going on, I'm like, oh yeah, I'm going to publish a book too. For 2025, my goal is to get it as a print copy. So, you pulled yours off your shelf and holding it. Like, I want my hard copy too. And then do an event for it, a live event for a book launch. And that will be really exciting. And I can wait. So.
Yes. And to let you guys know, this year, like she said, last year when we were prepping, I was just like, I guess you found out this time last year that you were pregnant, because I remember.
I did.
We had our sparkle outfits on.
At our live event with Kim Walsh Phillips and Justin Garini. I was like, by the way, I'm going to look frumpy because I got this big old dress because I'm trying to hide and not let anybody know that here's a baby.
There's a baby. Jeremiah. Oh my gosh. And I was like, in my heart, I was super, super happy. But then I was like, what about elevating your business? We're supposed to be doing events every quarter. And you were like, oh, I want to. I just don't know. But I just kept pushing. I'm like, Angeline, she's there. You don't see her, but she's there. So for 2025, we're going to collaborate our minds. I definitely want us to do quarterly events like we did for this year. I'm in Florida. She's in Florida. I think I drove by your town last weekend. But, we're going to get it together. And I know we're going to have an in-person event. I don't know what that's going to look like, but it's going to be a bunch of praise and worship, a bunch of love, a bunch of healing. That's what it's going to be. It's going to be a family affair. I'm getting the downloads from God right now, right? Maybe you have a church in your area. Maybe we can do 2 events, right? One at my church, one at your church, just a whole healing community of stuff with elevating your business. Because I say your life is your business, right? What are we talking about? If you're just coming in, we're talking about her book. Tell us the name of the book and how they can find it.
It's Through Every Valley. If you go to angelinemoore.com, you'll see the link there to register, 1, for Elevate Your Business, and then 2, you'll see the link to my book. And it's just 99 cents, the ebook right now. It's a short read. Again, I have a disclaimer at the beginning and a letter from me, letting you know you're going to be triggered. Like, there's some hard stuff I shared. It's a very, very vulnerable memoir. But it's my memoirs to faith forward, to healing, and to my journey back homeward. So it's my heart, and I hope that even if one person finds it and resonates, there's a at the end of the chapter, there's or at the end of the book, there's a resources page for you to connect online for some organizations that I align with and have used myself personally and have recommended to others as well. And every chapter also has a food for thought and an action step for you to kind of reflect on your own valleys, if needed. And and there's a scripture at the very top. I kind of pulled that from you, Tina, with your No More Traumedy as well. I love that format and how you did that. And I hope that it helps, that sharing my story lets you know that you need to reach out and be part of community like Stars Tina's Elite Stars Fitness group and all the things. And our BWC, if you're not part of that in Clubhouse, make sure you join us. Join us this Saturday. I can't wait. It's my first virtual event back speaking. So I am so honored that it's my launch off of getting back into the swing of things. So
I love it. So I just had a thought from the Holy Spirit, I guess. Now, I know you asked me to read your book before it came, and I just realized I'm surrounded by so many people writing books, right? Yeah. Like my client, Bruce Cardenas, he wrote a book, and I have a new client. Her name is Bella. She wrote, we're in the process, it's going to be published in March, a children's book.
Elite Stars Publishing. Woo!
Right? It's like really good, really. Next year, we're working to get 7 authors. But my point is, a badillion %, I love you like cook food. I know why God did not allow me to read your book. I think it would have been too triggering for me at this point of my life right now. Because just that you said, like I saw it, I looked at it. I didn't even open. Something was like, don't open it. Don't open it. I always say people find time for what they want or figure out time. I don't know if I was scared of it or maybe I just wasn't ready, right? Because you know how you feel, you know what you go through. With that being said, I will read your book when I'm emotionally ready.
Prepared, yeah. It will, if you have your own things that resonate, it's going to hit, right? So, because I've been through a lot of valleys, and they were dark, and some of them I've learned and taboo to talk about, right? So I let it out there. Like, I'm kind of nervous if any of my family or anybody who personally knows me actually reads it, because I'm like, yeah, this is it. The raw and the real.
Like to share? It's out there in book form. So, yeah, and I say this because I was hanging out with some girlfriends when I was in Jersey, and we were talking about, is it P. Diddy? I don't know, whoever's out there.
Crazy mess.
Whatever the Vaseline or oil.
I don't even know what's going on with that.
I don't know, but we were having a conversation about that, right?
Yeah.
And my daughter was there, and my daughter's young, so it was cool having the conversation from like a 30-year-old and then like 50, 60-year-old. Yeah. And my point is, they were saying how back in the day, no one would ever talk about stuff like this. And then my daughter has her thing. And then all of these ladies just started sharing stuff that happened to them as a child.
Yeah.
Or when they were younger. And it was like, whoa. Yeah. And it just got me to thinking all of the women and men who've gone through something, right? Like I know Pastor Jeff talks about being beaten. There's some men who have been raped, and they think because they're man, you can't, you got got beaten, you got raped. Oh, it doesn't exist, but it does. And I was just curious if you can share one of your traumedies. Again, a traumedy is when the energies of a trauma and a tragedy collide. It rocks your world. It changes your life. The DNA in your body, it just changes. And how you got through it, because my purpose, God has got me here to empower women, to empower men. And I want someone who's watching this today to hear your story and say, wow, that was pretty deep. Wow, you got through that. If she can get through that, then I know I can. So I would love to hear one of your Valley stories if possible. And I'm going to pull myself out so I can pass the baton to you, and you just get like really Holy Spirit on us so that you can empower someone. Thank you so much. Are you up for it first before I pull myself out? Are you?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's already out there, so I have to be ready to talk about it. Thank you, Tina, for giving me the space. So I do go through a lot of the childhood trauma that I went through, and one of them is very triggering because even to this day, my mom, you know, she it's hard for her to wrap her head around. And as a child, I was born in the Philippines, and you know, my mom, brought me over here, and it was hard because my sister's dad, who was supposed to be, my stepfather and all intents and purposes and all who I knew, and I was in this new country, was put me through a experience as a child that I thought was okay. And for a long time, it wasn't okay. I was molested at a very, very young age, and it was made me knowing that I had to heal from that, and find out later that it wasn't okay. And it wasn't my fault, you know, was hard because we grew up, like I said, in an era where you brush all of that under the rug, where you don't talk about the dirty, right? And you keep it to yourself, or or it's shameful, and for the long time, it made me not want to get my voice out there, because who is going to believe me, right? Like, why would anybody believe that, right? That this person could do that, and be hurtful, right? And so it's tough doing that. So there's different areas in my life that I had to get through it, and that was one of the darkest moments that started it off. um and I was, you know my faith, my mom, being in the Philippines, they're very Catholic, but I didn't really know anything really about faith. And it wasn't until I was introduced to that God found me. I didn't find God. He found me in my darkest valleys. And it grew from a very young age to know, because I didn't grow up with a dad, that, you know, my Heavenly Father's got me, and that I am, divinely guided and protected always, even though I have all these valleys that I had to go through, and that I had this traumedy that I had to heal from. So, and for the long time, I didn't understand it, or how I am in relationships, or how I am about speaking. Like, everyone that knows me is like, "Oh, you are so out there, and you are great with people," and I'm really not, honestly. I just like to stay quiet. I'm actually a very introverted person, and I get nervous about putting it out there, and letting people know who I am. But as I've grown, as I've been part of different communities and networks, and um, been surrounded by just incredible people that God has placed in my life, I have learned that I can live out loud in my story. I can live out loud in my faith, and know that the next step is, there's more. Romans 8:28 is one of my favorite verse in my life verse, of it's all for the good. So that is one of the ones in there. But yeah, there's a lot though. There's a lot. And I'm going through a current valley now as a caregiver, and it's just be ready.
Thank you for sharing. So it sounds like what you're saying is, I love how you said God found you. So faith is what pretty much got you through that.
Oh yeah. Yeah. I mean, I grew up in a rough neighborhood. I grew up very what we would call below poverty, you know, in a single wide trailer with a single mom. And I
We
knew,
had a double wide at one point.
yeah.
We had a single and then we had a double.
Yeah. So, you know, it was, I could have gone down so many different paths, right? Like I have a lot of friends that did, you know, and embrace a different way. But if it wasn't for God, I wouldn't be sitting here virtually where I am at in life, speaking to you, talking about it. So
I love it. I love it. So I have the next speaking gig, if you want, besides Saturday. As you've heard her say plenty of times, we're a part of a community called BWC Breakfast with Champions, started by Glenn Lundy, then Ramon Ray took over. Now Mary Lynn Wilkins runs it.
no S.
Runs it. And there are a few people in the group who love to speak, right? They want to speak on stages. They want to be on podcasts, start podcasts. So we decided to start a Breakfast with Champions speaking group. And every month we're going to have a summit. So I would love for you to be a part of our summit in January. Mary Lynn speaking. I would love for you to be one of the speakers. We're going to have 4 to 5 speakers at the summit each month. The meetings are Wednesday. What is today? Thursday night at 6:00. In my mind, I sent you the invite. I'll send it to you.
I'm excited and honored.
Yes.
You know my yes is it my so you guys, if y'all don't know Starstina, and I know that y'all do because you're here watching this, she always gets the yes from all the people because about just how incredible her heart and how she is. She always elevates everyone. Like she tells you when she says that she's gonna take you from good to great to amazing, just being in her presence does that right there. So be there with us this Saturday. My answer is yes for January.
Yes.
We'll make it work. You know me. I with all the things.
Yes. So we have to schedule our one-on-one business mastermind for just the two of us for each other because you're faith forward. You were doing that before. It's time to get your schedule for next year, whether it's once a month, once a quarter. And you know as well as I do, it's not hard for you to do because you do all the things. Right? Maybe for other people, maybe start getting your list of speakers together, your ideas. We're going to be doing Elevate Your Business every quarter. I see 2 events, one at your church, one at my church. I just got to ask my church peeps or whatever. But big things for 2025. Maybe even that Philippines retreat we were talking about.
Oh my gosh, yes. So good. We're going to do it.
Yes. We could talk forever. All right, let's get out of here. Girlfriend, I can't wait to see you. What are you wearing Saturday? Are you wearing purple or what are you wearing?
If I don't don this, you know me, I'm in sparkles and purple all the time, unless you tell me to color
Well,
coordinate.
I was thinking black and gold since we did.
Yes, that's our jam.
Yes, we did chrome last year. We had the chrome. So I was thinking black and gold. That'll be our color. So when you come on Saturday, make sure you're wearing black and gold, hair and makeup done. I'm going to be better. Like this is going to be, if not, I'm going to be drugged up. I've been taking drugs. My daughter's got this voodoo. She's got this voodoo stuff. I don't have the garlic in my socks anymore. My mother's like, what did she say? Garlic and purple.
Okay, you want to know a Philippine trick that I grew up with? Just put some Vicks Vapor Rub on your feet and put socks on. Vicks Vapor Rub will make it all go away.
I love it. Make it go away. I need to try it all because it's like, anyway, sign up at the link right there. Yes. We'll see you on Saturday. Yes, let me get this commercial in there. So if anyone wants to watch the commercial again for our event,
register, get to VIP. You know you want the VIP. What I'm doing, I said there's a special bonus with my systems. It's a simple one-stop shop for all your things that you need to do for digital space online, funnels, websites, email marketing, CRM. You will get it for $1 for 30 days if you are VIP. So that's a huge value, almost $500 value for $1, guys. So register VIP, join us. We'll see you there.
Wooty 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 woo!
It's your girl, Stars Tina, and I am here to tell you something that's going to shift your entire life. Now, if you're looking to turn your dreams into reality, then join me for my vision board experience. This isn't like your ordinary, boring vision board event. This right here is an event where you get to align with your dreams, and you're going to get actionable steps so you can reach your goals. We're also going to elevate your mindset and give you a roadmap to success. So if you want to crush your goals, if you want to build your business and elevate your mind so that you can be and do the best that you want to do, join us Saturday, December 21st. Now, let me tell you some of the speakers because I'm so excited about it. The one speaker I'm the most excited about, Ramon Ray. We love Ramon Ray. He's coming through. He is the celebrity CEO, and he's going to be talking about business.
After Ramon, we have Dr. Delatoro.
Then we got my girl, Toyin Crandall. Am I the only one who loves Toyin? She's going to be talking about money, 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 money. Money. We love Toyin. Money mindset coach. That's who she is. And one of the best speakers that I know. He's got the swag. He's got the style. He's got the charisma. It is LeVon Tyler. I am so excited. If you want this energy, if you want this excitement, join me and my friends Saturday, December 21st.